Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for coming into this stream. I appreciate you being here Saturday morning. Just a couple of things real quick. If you see me and I look swollen, I had like 8 hours of dental surgery done yesterday. So if I slur and stutter and do my stuff, then bear with me. Thank you for being here, though. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. See Happy Chappy, thanks for being a new channel member. I appreciate you. Welcome to the planchette. 7 Sacks, 3 months member. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate you. We have Jackalope Birdmaster. We got me. We got Paula Bloom. You seen her just wave just a second ago. There she is. Hello, Paula. We got See Happy Chappy. EMR Coins. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for being a channel member. Appreciate you. Farm Dog is in the house. What's going on, Farm Dog? We got Jeff Davis. Good to see you, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. Des Logic is a member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 2 months. Thank you. Eric just donated 5 gift memberships. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you doing that, bud. Obviously, Eric is here. You see him up there in the corner with the scent showing. All right, let's see. Who else do we have? We have AZ Coins is in the house. Jack Gallman's is in the house. There you go. Point him out, Paula. We got Brown Sugar, William E., David Carlisle, Azure Blue, Rockzilla. Man, I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed anybody, put a thumbs up emoji. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that I missed you. All right, without further ado, you know they're there. You see them. Eric and Paula, thanks for being here this morning. I appreciate you too.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Are you there?
Yep, we're here. Good morning, everybody.
I like it got really quiet. Paul, I can barely hear you.
Really?
Yep.
Now we can. She must have been turned away or something.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. Yeah, for just a minute you were kind of quiet. Couldn't hear you. What's going on, Brandon? How you doing, bud? If he missed you, that's not true, me. I am dealing with some serious jaw pain, so had a lot of work done. Been a while since I went in. Paula can vouch for this. Sometimes military dentistry is not always enjoyable. And so I finally decided, after years of not deciding to go in, I went into private care and they took good care of me. Oh my God, my mouth is on fire. All right.
The Navy tore my wife's teeth up. They used to refill all of them every year, basically.
I have to say, I just had like a year-long dental adventure. I'm going to put it that way, at the VA, and the dentist that they have at my VA is fantastic. He's phenomenal. I have a bridge that I've hated since I was 17, and he just redid it, and it's beautiful. So
that's awesome.
He did an amazing job. So
morning, Brown Sugar.
Happy with it.
Good to see you.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, so I had a really good dentist at the VA, and scheduled the appointment, talked with him, told him my concerns, because when I was actually in, I had 2 really bad dentists, and they screwed up my back teeth pretty bad. Tried to overfill them, cracked the back teeth, and just basically cemented them together and said, "You'll do."
Yeah, that's what happened to my wife, basically.
And so I was like, okay, well, not a big deal, right? And so I kind of had a nasty taste in my mouth, pardon the pun. But it was hard for me to get back to the dentist. And so I went to the VA, talked with him, expressed my concern, and he was like, oh yeah, this is what we'll do and this is how we'll do it. They've changed a few things in dentistry. You should be good. I'm like, okay, I schedule my appointment. Of course, it's 6 to 8 months out because you know how it is sometimes. And so we're getting everything done, getting everything ready, going through the motions. And I go to my appointment and he retired like a week before my appointment.
Oh, God.
And I got some dude, he looked at my teeth. He goes, well, if you ain't taking care of your teeth, then I ain't doing what he said you're going to do. And I'm like, well, I'm coming back after years of not having done it. And he put the old silver fillings in and did the exact same thing the old Navy dentist did to me. Now, granted, the old Navy dentist was, 25, 30 years ago, where dentistry was a little bit different animal. It's changed a lot. But basically put me right back into the same spot, damaged a couple more teeth. And I was like, I'm never going back. And my wife has a dentist who's extremely amazing. She always come back. She sings high praise. And my son, who's deathly afraid of the dentist, went to and said, "Oh, she was good." And for my son, who hates that kind of stuff, for him to say she was good was a really cool thing. So finally broke down and went, and they did all 4 quadrants yesterday. 8 hours in the chair.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it was. It
How
was
was
a
dinner
rough day.
Right? How was dinner?
Yeah, my wife went to the store and bought. She bought some pasta and she bought some shrimp. Stuff that was soft and not chewy and not whatever. And but yeah, they cut out all the silver that had been put in by the VA and the old Navy docks, and because they had cracked the teeth, so there were microfractures in the back of the teeth, as well as issues in the fronts of my teeth. So yeah, bundles of joy, just
Fun
huge
stuff.
fun. So hey, what's going on, William E? Good to see you. What's going on, David Carlisle? But anyway, other than that, I'm doing good. So I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you all for coming in. There were a few people that came in last night's video. That was a hard-hitting video on a Friday night. It's something that affects a lot of people. It's a very serious topic. So thank you so much for coming into that yesterday. If you haven't seen it, so because of some of the things that I've been talking with people about in our community, I put out a video on 988. And for those of you who don't know what 988 is, 911 is the call for an emergency. 988 is the call for help. So if you are struggling, you're having a hard time, you're just in a rut, you're having a hard time, you're thinking about, maybe the world would be better off without me. I can tell you right now, the answer is no. But sometimes you just need somebody who's unbiased to just open up to, and 988 provides that. So
Good morning, Ringmaster Ray.
Hey,
Thanks
what's
for
up,
the copy.
Ray?
Come on, Ray.
So, yeah, no worries, Chappie.
He was talking to you, Eric. He was definitely talking to you, Eric.
No worries, Jackalope. It's all good. And again, it's a Friday night. I don't expect people to watch something heavy on a Friday night when they're getting ready to have fun and do whatever they're going to do. But I just want people to know I care about this community. And sometimes I'm going to do the hard stuff just because I have to. So I appreciate y'all being there. Thanks for the support. I really do appreciate you all. But we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to do a little bit more upbeat. I'm going to have Paula talk about something. If you've seen the new thumbnail that just went up about 5 minutes or so before the stream, there was something called nonsense. And this is something that I actually had never heard about. Paula just informed me about this a few minutes ago. We were talking about random things to talk about in today's episode. And she was like, well, there was an article that came out about nonsense. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm waiting for the joke. And she's like, did you know that Martha Washington had been on our coinage for a number of years? And I was like, Martha Washington? I didn't know that. So she intrigued the hell out of me, as she always does, sharing with her knowledge and information that she has within that brain of hers.
All that useless scrambled stuff that's in my head.
Well, you
never knew anything about it.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and let Paula kind of talk about this. And while she does that, I'm going to bring up a photo um, and kind of show you guys what this is. So let me open this up, and Paula, go ahead and explain what nonsense is.
Well, so the whole conversation started because in the recent issue of Coin World magazine, there's an article about some waffled coins that escaped the mint that were not intended to escape. As you guys know, you can buy waffled coins. Those are normally struck coins, or coins. Usually, they have some type of damage to them or something wrong with them, and the mint will find them and they will waffle them. Well, in typical mint fashion, they will profit off of those and sell them in their gift shop. So you can buy waffled coins. These are trial strikes. So these waffled coins that they found that made their way out of the mint were trial strikes, and the dies they used to strike these, they're called nonsense dies. Not nonsense like Lincoln sense, but nonsense. Like that's nonsense. Anyway, and they bear the image of Martha Washington. They typically have the serial number of the die on the die, so that they can identify which die struck, if there's any issue when they're doing these trial strikes. And then they will waffle these trial strikes and then send them off to be destroyed. Well, these didn't get destroyed, but Martha Washington, they've been using these nonsense dies forever. I don't exactly know, obviously not before Martha Washington was born, but I don't exactly know when they created the dies and when they first started using them as trial strike dies, but they've been around for a long, long time. So Martha Washington has been a big part of our minting process for a long time. People don't know about them. Well, some people do, but yeah, they are. It's just these waffle coins that came up they bear the Martha Washington image on them, and they're not supposed to be around. So
Yeah, they're really cool. I'm going to kind of zoom into a couple of these. The quality of this photo isn't great for sharing, but you can see clearly that's a bonnet. Um, and then you have the reverse here of, I'm assuming these are clouds. They almost look like UFOs over the.
that's her bonnet. That's her bonnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Bonnet.
over here on this side, it
That's
looks
a
like.
normal.
Say again?
That's a normal quarter die. They only used it on the obverse.
Okay.
On those trial strikes. I don't
Right. It
know.
looks like the first Martha Washington trial die was used in 1965 to test manufacturing half dollars in the clad half dollars.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And they all are
I've been using-
numbered. So if you look here, you'll see they actually are numbered.
Yeah, show the ones that I sent you in the email. Did you get those?
These ones?
I
Oh, hold on just a second.
Yeah, those.
Okay.
Those were the ones.
Yeah, there's
The link sent
there's
ones
about
are
a 10
cool.
second delay from what you're seeing on our side.
Oh, got ya. The
So
Lincoln Cent ones are very cool. I like those.
yeah, they're actually really cool. So you can see they have the serial number here that tells you, and this is the obverse die number, and this is the reverse die number.
Yeah. So here's an interesting thing when I looked at this, when they showed these. So they're doing test strikes on different metals on shield cents. So that tells me that they are testing different metals right now as we speak to change up our Lincoln cents.
That's good insight.
Possibly other also. I think that the two that will change first will be the nickel and the Lincoln cent. I think those will be the two that they change up first because those cost the most to manufacture, to mint. But
Yeah, and you can see here you're talking about two different materials.
yeah,
With
those are different metals.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I think I have a feeling that they may go back to either they'll go to um, just zinc with no copper plating because the copper plating really was just to make us happy because to make them look like copper cents. They didn't need to do it. Or they'll go to copper plated steel.
Canada uses the copper plated steel, so, or
Yeah.
used to.
They just have to get past the magnetic properties, right?
Oh, they could use stainless.
They could use stainless, yeah. I got a book. I got Roger Burdett's book on. Let me grab it real quick.
so it makes me wonder if they're looking. So I mean, obviously we don't know what materials they're testing. We don't have that insight.
Well, these actually list the materials that these coins are struck on.
Got Roger Burdett's book on United States patterns and experimental pieces, the World War II, when they did all the trials for the steel cents. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you loud and clear.
And man, did they test a lot of different things. There were plastic coins. I mean, they tested a lot of different things, and they tested different, even different metals for dyes. It's incredible. This book is incredible. If you guys can pick it up, I know that Wizard Coin Supply has them because I just got mine from them, and it's signed. Thank you, Roger. You can buy them signed. Who knew? Anyway,
cool.
pick them up. It's a great. If you want to know about, like, a lot of people don't know that our steel cents were blanked from like sheets of already plated metal. So the individual planchets for the steel cents are not individually plated. The sheets of metal are plated before they're even blanked out. That's why the edges have no plating on them. But it talks about all of that in this book and all of the different patterns and all of the different metals that they tried and everything. So it's really, really cool. I'm about 10 pages in.
And what's the name of that one more time?
It is United States Pattern and Experimental Pieces of World War II by Roger Burdett. And it's super interesting. If you have any interest at all in like the history of our steel cents and how they went about deciding what to use, and Erica, I think it actually talks about the 42 cents in there that you were talking about.
The what cents?
The 42s that had the different metal.
Oh, all right. That were made of the gun shells. Yeah.
No, that's the 44s, right? No, you were talking about the 42s. I thought that there's one year that you said that the metal
different
was
composition of bronze, I believe.
Yeah. I think it actually talks about that in there. Lots of letters from the mint director, all kinds of things in that book. So really interesting.
See, my wonder was if they put the zinc on there, I'm sure because they wanted to use galvanized steel that didn't rust.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't galvanize steel would look junky if they struck it. Wonder if that's why they plated it with zinc.
I don't know. Well, so what I do know is that some of them that they experimented with actually, so they said that I can't remember. There was a problem with them sticking to the dyes and things like that. I think that's why they ended up chromium plating the dyes.
Mm-hmm.
Was so that they didn't, because they became magnetized during the striking process somehow along the minting process. The planchets became magnetized, and they had a problem with them sticking to the dyes and all kinds of weird stuff. It's all in that book. I will get tidbits of information and I'll mix it all up like a weird Louisiana soup. So read it for yourself. because I will give you little bits of information that will make absolutely no sense to you until I read the entire book. But yeah, it's a really good book, super informative. Anyway, it has nothing to do with what we were talking about. I got totally squirreled. Frostbite, you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just looking at Inkman. So Inkman, I looked at your message. He just purchased an 1878 trade dollar, and he asked me if he should look at getting it slabbed, and the answer to that is
Yeah,
it's
it
not
needs to be
necessarily.
authenticated.
However, if that's something that you
It's
want to do,
tricky,
you
too.
can. Have you already verified its authenticity? If not, I would make sure that you take it and do that.
Yeah, I would get it authenticated.
Yeah.
And then there's all sorts of other reasons why they won't grade it. And then there's all sorts of reasons why they will grade it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I would do is if you have a coin shop handy that you trust, take it, have them look at it, and then have them determine authenticity. And if they come back and they say it's absolutely authentic, you may have purchased it from the coin shop, and then that's good. And then if they're doing some sort of like bulk submission where you can get a reduced price, then go for it. But to send one coin in by yourself, it's going to be extremely expensive. So we'll do.
Are you coming to Tulsa, Inkman? Are you coming to Tulsa? Also, here's another option for you. You could send us pictures of the live coin Q&A, and I could have Jack Young take a peek at it, and if it matches up with known counterfeit dies, he'll be able to tell us.
The other thing is when you take those pictures, so they're in a little plastic square holder.
Oh, you got to take them out of the
You're going to have to
plastic.
take it out of there and get some really clean images because he's going to have to see the details. So if you do that, you can, if you want to send them straight to, it's info@livecoinqa, not Q and A, info@livecoinqa.com. Or if you can't do that, then you have my email. Just send it to me and I'll forward it to him.
There.
But we need real. There you go. Thanks, Paula. But you need really good. So you're going to have to open that because it's just in a plastic square slab. It's not in a one of the other holders. So
But there are lots and lots of counterfeit trade
Tons.
dollars,
it was the first
and-
counterfeit I bought.
and many of them have known host. They're done through known host coins, and so Jack Young would be able to identify it probably pretty quick, unless it's one he hasn't seen before. So,
Speaking of, did you ever hear back on? I need to send him that item.
no, I haven't. I actually haven't messaged him yet. I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. Let me write myself a note right now, and I will message him. That's awfully nice.
Because I've got a counterfeit that needs to go to him. He needs to research this coin.
He's on Messenger. You can shoot him a message too.
I
totally
don't
open to that.
get on there very often. That's kind of one of those rarities. Stackin says he needs your address.
No, you stalker.
Well, I told you the other day that he wanted to send you something.
Oh, no, you told me somebody's real name. I don't know anybody's real name. Didn't you get my message? I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway.
You guys, come on. You know me because my channel name is Paula Bloom.
So, Coach,
Gives it
that's a good
away.
question. So the question is, do any coin graders have promotional codes or discounts? AppMax.
Nice.
Yes, they do. ADAX has 10 coins. Sometimes they go as high as a 13 coin special. And if you go to your local coin shows, there's a potential that you might have an ADAX representative there in which you can give them the coin. It'll save you a little bit of money as well. You just fill out your information. fill out one of their sheets, and then they can submit that way. But again,
Yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
so
I actually think ANEX is at more shows than any of the other grading.
I
Yeah.
was just going to say that Annex, and especially like in the last year, they have really upped up their game. They're like at every coin show. They've got representatives all over the place, and they're at every coin show, I swear. But
If they got a field rep near it, they're there.
yeah, you can. That's a good option for you if you go to CoinZip and see if there's any coin shows near your area, and just take it there and see if you can, if they've got an Annex rep, or even PCGS or NGC might be there. Have them take a peek at the coin for you.
Morning, Papa York.
But do me a favor, if you do that, let them holder the coin and grade it for you. Give them a little business. Don't just go like, okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, is the PCGS rep here?
Shoot them a little
I actually
business.
like ANEX holders.
I do
Jack
too.
Lopez would
I
like
do
it. I think-
too. I like being able to look in my box and know exactly what I don't have to pull every single coin out to find the one I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coach.
I like
Coach is exactly right. That saves a significant amount of money. Thule, with the
Yep.
$9.99 super chat. Thank you, Thule. Appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the super chat. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. And guess what, Thule? If you can stay in for just a moment, you're going to see this little icon right under where my guests are change, and your name's going to show up because she just dethroned me for the super, for the raid boss, or whatever the hell that thing is called. I'm still trying to figure that thing out. The stream boss. So
Stream boss.
me's going to be the new stream boss. So anyway, awesome. Hopefully that changes here in just a second. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay in getting that there. But thanks, Thule, for that. I appreciate you. Good to see you. She's
I really like that. And if you guys watch, Ben the Coin Geek just put out a video, and he had a bunch of coins graded by Annex, and you can watch his opinion on Annex. And I happen to agree with his opinion.
and if you
Sometimes
haven't,
they're
if you
a little
guys haven't seen this,
Sometimes
Thule does some pretty cool little pours. There it is. Boom. You see Thule turn green. She changed across. Thanks, Thule. It takes a little bit of time, but she's doing silver pouring, and she's done some pretty cool stuff. So go check that out. She's got some cool stuff. I've been really impressed for her being a new pourer. She does some amazing work. So again, just a little plug for you there, Thule. I appreciate the super chat. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there, Paula.
It's okay. I forgot what I was saying.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's nonsense, probably.
No, you know what though? It's fun when you're on a roll and you're talking about something, and then somebody interrupts you. You kind of just. Bleh. I do that all the time, but it's all good. So let's go back to this Martha Washington.
Nonsense die.
So why don't they make a coin with her on it?
I think we have had a coin with her on it.
A commemorative, right?
Didn't we have a quarter? I don't know. Let's see.
Did we have a quarter with her on it? I don't recall.
don't know.
Maybe. I don't recall seeing it. Paula has beautiful hands. Those are Eric's stacking.
These things.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, we had the First Wives, or whatever they were called, the First Wives series in the dollars.
With the dollar coins. I remember that one. There you go, Eric.
Yeah, we had that.
What does Chuck call you? Squatch?
Squatch.
Yeah. For those
had
of
a
you who
pattern
haven't ever
coin.
seen Eric, Eric is a big man. It's like Mad Stacker. Eric's a very tall guy. Take care, Thule. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate your support. Yeah, Chappie, just something different, right? Like, I know that it's not really a flattering image of Martha Washington, but still, I think it would be really cool.
Oh, those are gold coins. First spouse gold coins. $10. I don't know what it is. Half an
Well,
ounce.
they
gold
have
coin.
the ones that are made out of the manganese
Do we?
because those were the spouse run. They were the golden dollars, the made out of that manganese coin. Um,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I seen her
Okay.
there, but is she on like actual like a gold coin or
Yeah, I think so. $10.
a $10 gold coin?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
Let's see. View page. 2007, Martha Washington, first spouse gold coin, 24 karat gold coin honoring. Now, are these U.S. minted? That's what yeah, United States Mint.
Oh wow, I didn't know
First
she was
spouse
on one.
gold coins represented the first time that United States Mint issued a consecutive coin program featuring women, and the first time a face value of $10 was used on 1/2 ounce gold coin.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I knew they had done the manganese one where they did the spouses run along with the presidential series. I have the presidential series. I've got a couple of um, the spouses ones, but I didn't get the whole. I haven't collected the whole set of those.
Yeah, so those were medals, the first spouse bronze medals, right?
Um, yeah, they were. Yeah, they were the bronze medals.
Yeah, it seems she was on a couple of $1 silver certificates too.
Okay.
1891 silver certificate she's on instead of Washington.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I'm not a
Thanks to the
paper
people.
guy though, so I wouldn't know. I don't do currency. I'm still learning coinage and the minting process and all that stuff. So
I know you can probably hear me turning this page. There's something on here. I'm going to mute myself for a second because I'm a little disappointed with something else I read about. Hang on.
about what? You're like, no, I'm going on mute. Shush. Let's get cracking to 500. How many does he have, Chappie? Oh, Eric.
Yes.
So you know Tiger Stacker and I do a lot of stuff together, right? We do
Yes.
collaboration. I help him with because he's technically challenged. So he called me last night. And he goes, you like Libertads, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, we'll get on this, dial in, and I dialed into just a private StreamYard with him and I. And he's like, I'm doing something, and I'm like, okay. And so I get in, and he's like, I just gifted you something, and I'm like, what do you mean you just gifted me something? Mad had a 5 ounce Libertad, and
Wow.
Tiger got it and sent it to me as a thank you.
Wow.
Isn't that freaking crazy?
Nobody sends me gifts like that.
Well, and I work hard to support him and make sure that we go through some stuff, and we talk a lot about processes and run stuff. What is that?
I'm happy with my elongated sense. I get gifts of those, and I'm tickled pink. So I'm just kidding, you guys.
Yeah, I was floored. Yeah, Kiwi got a 5 ounce MS-70 Libertad. That's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy stuff. But yeah, and I say, hey, Amanda.
I know what I was going to say. Listen, lady, you be quiet. Sit in your corner over there. You have a birthday party to go to. Hush.
I sent you a coloring book. That's awesome.
All right, she's back online.
She did send me a coloring book. I love it.
Did you get your?
I know what I was going to tell you that I'm disappointed in. So I saw something that may have given a little hint of what the obverse of some of the 2026 circulating coins is going to be for our semi-quincentennial. And I'm a little disappointed because the design didn't change. They just had a dual date. If they do that, I'm going to pitch a fit. Because when they said they were redesigning, I want a redesign. The whole thing.
So they want to do like the bicentennial coin.
Yes. Yeah. 1776 to 2026 with that little loop that little fancy little, I
Tilde.
forget what it's called. Tilde, that's it. A little tilde between the date. I'm kind of disappointed. And it's probably exactly what it's going to be. So, yeah. So there's that.
Morning,
Not what I
vote
was
for
hoping.
Pedro.
I was hoping for a flowing hair or a seated or something.
If that's what, yeah, I'll be really disappointed if that's what they do, because
Mhm.
there's too many good options for the reverse. Way too
Well,
many
that's the-
nice
so there's-
numismatic options.
That's the obverse. That's the obverse. I don't know what they're going to do on the reverse.
It says they're going to be
But we
all
know
new
that-
George
so they've been
Washington
telling
and
us forever
Kennedy
that they're changing. It's
portraits.
the first time that the obverse, all new.
That's what it
Everything's
says.
supposed to be all new, obverse and reverse on 1 year.
Yeah, the one little thing that I read says that the portraits will be replaced for George Washington and Kennedy.
So that means
New
They
heads,
are-
different heads.
only on the Washington and the Kennedy.
That's what it says.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Well, like we need a Kennedy in the first place. Come on.
That's one coin I just don't understand. I really don't.
I'm happy about that.
Is it because they have to run that 25-year or 45-year, whatever it is?
No.
Why do we still have it?
Why do we still have the Kennedy?
The $50, yeah.
Collectors? I don't know.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know, because we don't use them. I understand the dollar coins because
Yep.
we use them in vending machines and such. I don't understand the $50. I don't understand.
All right. It's something the Coin Redesign Act of 2020 mandates that all circulating coins will be redesigned between 2022 and 2030.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's
It
two
specifically
provisions.
addresses Lincoln cent, Jefferson nickel, Roosevelt dime, with special provisions for quarter, $50, and dollars.
Yeah.
So maybe
Well,
maybe
the
they're going to do
proposed-
$50 commemoratives now,
oh, maybe.
because everything that they're mentioning already kind of has a commemorative reverse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be so. All of our circulating coinage, with the exception of the dollar, are supposed to have obverse and reverse redesigns
Right.
to commemorate the semi-quincentennial.
Yeah. So
But what I saw, they just did the dual date on the cent and the nickel, and
I
they
hope
still
to
have
God
that
that's not right.
Jefferson nickel that stares at you right through your soul.
So
This guy.
just as a clarification, so what Eric read is the law putting into place the change coins. What
Yeah.
Paul there's three provisions under this law. Number one, there is the authorization for Congress to submit to the Mint the opportunity to review and look at these particular items. However, under that, there is also the semi-quincentennial law that was passed talking about the coinage, very specific coinage for the semi-quincentennial. That's going to have 3 coins, I believe, right, Paula? And then a couple commemoratives. I think there's
All of the circulating coinage will have a redesign for 2026.
Yeah, it sounds like starting
Obverse.
2027, the $50 will have a Paralympic sports
Yes.
reverse.
yes.
Yep. And the quarter is going to be like youth sports or something.
Yeah,
like
American
that.
youth sports. That's what it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to be like another state quarter run.
Yep.
Yep, it's
And
exactly
then
what it's
the
going to be.
dollars will be a standard Sacagawea
Yes.
with 4 innovations.
Yes.
Which is a continuation, basically, of what they've been doing.
Yes. But
Which
the
is 'cause-
circulating coinage is supposed to be a obverse and reverse redesign simply that's why we did those little surveys that we
And
all
then don't
did.
forget, well, you will be getting a presidential dollar here in the next 5 years or so, probably,
Ugh.
Yeah. So
because they mandate, it's mandated through law that after a president dies, they have to manufacture the coin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got an AFK real quick. I'll be right back.
okay.
Okay. Can't see what you're showing there, Frostbite. You're on a delay, so you probably showed that like 5 minutes ago.
No, the delay. Let me speed you up on your end. There was a little bit of a
I can't hardly see it anyway. It's so small. It's okay.
okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's not ever say that in public again, okay?
What's that?
You can hardly
It's so
see it
small.
because it's so
That's
small.
what she said.
That is not nice, Paula.
Oh, jeez, it's too early for that.
Well, I didn't know it. There's the only way that I know to see Happy Chappy with this $10 super chat. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate you. I know you do, bud. I really do.
Nothing's but Chief, we just had that conversation, Chief.
What is that?
You're lagging.
Yeah, Chief might be
just
lagging.
Chief's late to the party.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Cat was driving me crazy.
No, no worries.
Yeah, I've got one cat that she's something else. I'll tell you what.
What's up, Ray?
So,
Oh, well then.
Paula insults me, and then you come in talking about kitties. What the hell is going on with this stream?
That was fun.
Just kidding. But again, it's just one of those things. Oh, look at that. Ba-dow. Chappie just took a chunk out of Tooly. I love this thing. It's so much fun. Thanks, Chappie. I appreciate you, bud. Thanks for that. Thanks for that super chat. I appreciate it.
Good morning, Adam.
Yeah, hi, Adam.
Good morning.
Adam.
How you doing?
If you got a minute, Adam, there's some emails.
Nice.
There's a couple in there.
Is there any good ones in there, or are they all the same?
Well, so I'm hoping that there's some good ones. He's like every time. Yeah, that's why he doesn't show his face, because every time he does, I'm like, Adam, email. I'm hoping that there's a couple. There's some. There usually is. Like we have people find some amazing stuff. We get. It makes it all worth it. You know, the little stuff that we go through and answer, you know, the repetitive stuff and everything. It makes it worth it because we get some amazing stuff. We get to see some amazing stuff.
Yeah, and you guys get some amazing stuff from people who search all the time, but you get some people who have been looking for a long time that finally find something. Those are the fun ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some neat stuff found. I mean, I think about it. It's like, man, I find a lot of stuff, but I don't find a lot of stuff coin roll hunting as far as like buying rolls from the bank and searching it.
Yeah. We got, I think it was Dirty Water coins that found a great strike through that we're going to show. But Monday, we're having Sean 2 on. You guys have seen him on our show. He wrote the rabbit hole of the 1909 Lincoln Cent, and then he wrote the rabbit hole of the improper alloy mix. So he hasn't been on to talk about his alloy mix book and some exciting things that have happened to him. So we're going to have him on Monday. And that's going to be fun. Someday Eric will come on.
Maybe.
You should have him on as a guest. That would be cool.
I should. But Chuck may fire him if he does.
Chuck would come on, probably. Well, I mean, eventually come on.
Chuck was on. Chuck was one of the original live.
Right. No, yeah.
No, hey, me just gifted 10 memberships. Thanks, me. I appreciate you, bud.
Chuck needs to do some self-care. He needs a break.
He needs a break. I agree with that. That's get some time for himself and relax.
Chuck needs some time just away from social media.
He does.
He needs
Well,
he needs to be able to dig in.
and he gets so many people that,
He
you know,
needs
when
a
he
good
says,
food.
no, this isn't what you have.
He needs a good
That's why I
food
don't even participate on Facebook. It's just too toxic for me.
Oh, it's so bad. Don't go
Yeah,
on it.
it,
If you hate it, don't go on it. I'm on way too many groups in Facebook. It's horrible. They send me naked pictures when they don't like my answer. It's horrible. And
Yeah,
that's not a
I don't
job.
spend a lot of time because Facebook is the home of Facebook
It's
Medical,
toxic.
right? My Aunt Gina said, or my Aunt Stella said, or my cousin Koali indicated that. I get tired of it. So I post stuff over there, but I post it through other places where it just shows up over there because Facebook drives me nuts. It's the same thing with
So
Twitter.
there's a few good groups. There's a few good groups in Facebook. But what happens? So I'll tell you guys exactly what happens. Is you get these knuckleheads who will go into a good group and they'll be toxic and they'll post like the guy that I showed you guys that had the 43 copper plated steel cent in a slab.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's another
And
one.
he didn't just come in once. He came into a whole bunch of channels trying to preach his BS. Paula got tired of him and kicked him out of
Yeah, I don't even
Live
reply
Coin.
on Facebook or on YouTube when they make a comment and they ask a question. I don't reply to any of them because none of them are usually good except for the people I know and I talk to them.
Right.
So,
So what happens is they'll join several groups and they'll get kicked out of every single group they join. And after a while they get tired of it and they start their own group. So that's where we get all of these toxic Facebook groups. They are all started by people that cannot be in the good groups. And then every knucklehead joins every other knucklehead's group.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Stacking with Kraken has a question for you, Paula.
Okay. What is it?
The Jimmy Carter coin is the coin I would probably say will probably be minted in the next 6 years.
That's the presidential dollar.
That'll be a presidential dollar because
Because he just passed.
he's not in great health. He's 99 years old, and I think they have to manufacture the coin within 5 years.
Something like that. But yeah. Something like that. But they definitely can't be still alive. So
yeah, it won't be very long before he passes.
yeah. Poor guy.
Well, he's been in hospice for over a year now.
I know. It was so sad seeing him at Rosalind's funeral. Rosalind, right?
Yeah, it was Rosalind Carter. Yeah.
Seeing him at her funeral.
Paula has an OnlyFans for coins too.
Hey,
I do not, Ray. Stop.
It's
Starting
very
rumors.
possible, West Texas Stacker.
What happened?
Hell, that's part of our problem is the two people running, they're both knocking on the door.
It's true. That is true.
Hey, what's going on, Dan McCumber? He says, you're all my favorite knuckleheads.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Coin Curious, how are you?
Yeah. Hey, Adam, is that the one that what's his name was talking about starting for YouTube? Jeff Stark?
That name
that
sounds
the same
familiar,
Coin Show?
Paula. Who is he?
He's a writer for Coin World.
Okay.
Yeah, it's put on by Coin World and Larry Shepard. Are you going to go to that show, Eric?
Oh, I probably will. It's only an hour away. I go to everything that's close to the house. Matter of fact, I got a show this weekend coming up. Or next weekend, I should say.
Oh, my goodness.
First time since Corona that they're putting it on in Sarasota.
Well, let me tell you. I really hope that comes about. They should talk to Matt and Mike, because Matt and Mike have been talking about doing like an official
I just started
YouTube
watching
thing.
them too. They're I like that show.
Those guys are great.
They have a
Very
good show.
casual, and I like casual.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
been doing it forever. Both of them are super smart. Also, if you can, subscribe to Aaron Burke's channel, because Mike and Aaron do a ancient coin podcast. And even though I don't collect ancient coins, it's still interesting to listen to them talk about some
Sure.
of the
Well, and
ancient.
it's knowledge. You get a little bit of
Yeah.
tidbits
Yeah.
of stuff that
Yes.
you might need to know in the future.
Yeah.
I don't collect the coins. Some of them are extremely pricey. I have a few. I like the history of
Mhm.
them. So I like knowing people who were, because I mean, to really understand, you have to be a historian of sorts.
Yeah,
You
the thing
do.
with ancients is they're either worth a lot or they're not worth anything.
Right.
And some of them are, I mean, they're so counterfeited, because a
Well, I
lot of them
don't
back in
know.
the day were sand cast and stuff. So
Expensive ones are.
I
yeah,
was watching some show like Widow's Mites. You used to be able to get them for like 25 cents.
I think you still can.
Somebody says the going rate's like $15 now.
Oh, really? They
Yeah, which
should
is-
go up. I think they
Yeah,
should
I mean
go
they're
up.
historical.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I was like, wow, $15.
Yeah.
I had a ring made out of one.
Yeah, I really like Matt and Mike. They're great guys, and they're great ambassadors for the hobby. They do a lot, a lot of promotion for the hobby. So
yeah, they do a
they
lot
just
of good
give
stuff.
out they just give out great they just give out great information. They just give out great information. Both of them work for
And they're not stuffy about it. They're
no,
it's
and they're
very
not trying to
casual.
sell
It's
you
a
anything.
you're just talking. It's a good time here, just like this.
Exactly.
Casual.
And they're not trying to sell you anything.
So that
You
was
know what I
that
mean?
was one
Not
thing
that,
I was
not
going
that
to
that's
say.
a bad thing, but huh?
No, I know.
That was one thing I was going to say is you will never hear them talk. They'll talk about stuff that they find in their coin shops. They'll talk about
Yeah.
things but they'll never try to push it and promote their coin shop. It's
Yeah.
about getting information out. It's about sharing stuff, right? They talk about
Now,
stuff they
one
find.
of them is from Michigan, correct?
They are.
I don't recall where they're at.
Let's see. So
I have no clue.
Harlan J. Burke, where is that? That is in
Arlington, Texas. Sorry. Come on, that was funny.
I don't know. I don't know where they're in Chicago. So Chicago.
Chicago?
Mike is in Chicago, and then oh crap! What is the name of Matt's?
Hey, Scrapping Hoarding. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you.
Matt Dinger.
That is Paula.
Hello. He's from Indiana.
Okay.
Indiana.
I thought it was
Dutchman Rare. Yeah, Dutchman Rare Coins.
Very cool. Yeah, they have a really good show, and again, it's one of those where it's fun to listen to them talk because they have their sarcastic, dry wit. But they do a lot of fun. They show a lot of neat things. They show a lot of really cool coins. They talk about some really good topics. Always have good quality people on their streams.
Amazing quality people. Just saying.
Yeah. And then every once in a while, they'll let people like Paula up. So
nice.
I knew that was coming.
They'll go
Talking
down
about Widow's Mites. I'm gonna go look for something real quick.
Okay.
No, they're a lot of fun. They're
Thumbs
good
down.
people. They have a
Thumbs
great
down.
show. Oh, I just gotta I love you. I gotta give you a little bit of grief. I mean, they let Adam on, so what does that say?
It's true. They did let Adam on. What were they thinking?
Yeah, no, it's cool. I wouldn't expect everybody from Live Coin Q&A to be on that at one point.
We have.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We have.
saying. I would
Every single
expect
one
that
of us
though.
has. Yeah.
Well, they bring people with a level of knowledge that is on par with, this stuff that they're talking about. It's not just, well, let's just have a bunch of people who kind of know what's going on, or right. Just there's a lot of channels where just people put people on the stream just because.
Well, they let Amanda up there, and they won't have her back because she wouldn't shut up.
Motor mouth.
Just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
my granddad always called them motor mouths. Hey, what's going on, Kevin or Fancy Kevin? Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things where sometimes you watch these channels, or sometimes you watch the shows, and you leave going, I didn't learn anything. Like, what did I get from that? I always glean information from watching their show. Like watching Live Coin, I always glean some piece of really good, solid information. And that's kind of my litmus test, right? I'm nowhere close to that yet, but that's my goal, right? Is to try to provide that kind of stuff. This is why I bring people like them on.
Oh, well, couldn't find it.
Are you looking for your Widow's Mite ring?
I have a Widow's Mite that my wife had made into a ring for me, and then I have a 2 real, a 1715 treasure coin that's made into a ring.
Oh, that's cool.
Neat.
See, I couldn't do that because I got little baby hands.
I can't wear the gold ring is too small, and the silver ring is too big, because when we got together, I wore an 18.5 ring. And now it's like 16.
Well, my problem is the shape of my fingers. Like they go skinny, wide, skinny.
Large middle knuckle?
I have big knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're getting bigger by the day.
Well, it happens.
I know.
Yeah, it happens with age. They have this thing that they can put on the bottom of a ring
to hold it on.
Yeah, so as you slide it over your knuckle, it kind of bounces back up and will hold your ring in place. It's specifically designed for people with large knuckles. It's a really quick, easy solder to put it on. And
not even a solder, it wraps around. It's a very weird looking thing. I've got one on one of the rings.
Yeah, and they're really cool because they have flex to them, so they'll go over your knuckle. They're like a spring. So you have your ring, and then there's like this little. They look like a leaf spring, and when you push it, they'll flex out, and then when you put it back in, they'll flex back in, and they'll lock against that portion of your hand, keeping your ring in place. It's a really cool piece. And I watched a thing on it the other day. I can't remember what channel I was on, but so they have, because there's a lot of people that have that same issue.
Yeah.
I just have baby hands. Mine are like a 7.5.
Yeah, I lost 100 pounds since then, so I was enormous when we got together.
Well, yeah, an 18 size, that's like 3 of my fingers together. Because I'm a 7.5.
When she had it made, the jeweler's like, I can only make like 2 sizes bigger than this. He says, I think I've sold like 1 or 2 rings this size.
What is that goodie, Miss Paula?
I don't know. This is just something from Art Ring.
Oh, an RPM ring.
Yeah.
Or not ring.
No, it's a pin.
The pin, yeah. What's that, version 4?
I think so. I don't know. I have all of the
He's got like
metals.
Black and copper, bronze, silver.
Yeah, I have all of the different metals.
And that's made by who?
Art Ring. He has a 1960D one too. That was his first one. Just a little advertisement for us. They're cool. I like them.
They are cool. Lapel
I
pin,
got-
that's what he calls them.
Lapel pin. Yeah, I just stick them on my hat.
Well, they're
That's fun.
probably actually the ones I got. That's when I know where the rings are. I just pulled one of the drawers out of the jewelry box. And I was like, I ain't going in there. No tetanus shot in the last 10 years. So
There's a lot of detail in that elongated scent.
Yeah, and it's dual-sided.
which one is that?
This is one of the pan.
President
Yeah.
McKinley. The assassination of President McKinley.
Wow.
You don't see dual-sided ones very often. I thought that one was cool. And I got this one too. I really like this one too. I got some new ones. Got a so-called too. Look at this one's on a Merc dime.
Merc dime. 45. Independence Hall. Oh no, that's the Opera House. That's
I don't
cool.
know. It's on the Merc. And I got this one. I like my elongated. And I like them when you can see the host coins.
Yep. They're really cool. It's just something I never got into. Being a kid, it was like, you go to Disney World, Disneyland, you go check out different places. I always had them. I just never did anything with them.
Yeah, my wife likes them. When we travel, she gets one if they got a machine.
Yeah, crafting.
Yeah.
That's one thing
fun.
about rings and stuff like that is if you have metal allergies, that's one of those things you can't enjoy. Okay, that has a boat on it, so you caught my attention. It's a really cool piece. What is that?
Sorry, my thing. I'm going to unplug my thing here. Hang
She has her thing plugged in.
on. Okay, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, my I need new head things. This is a so-called dollar. It's a Panama Pacific so-called dollar.
So explain so-called dollars real quick. So for the people that don't know what a so-called
They
dollar is.
basically are things. They're basically like medals that are made to like commemorate different things.
But they have no monetary domination.
They have no monetary value.
Yeah.
But they're very collectible. There we go.
Yeah. I like those because they have a ship on them. You know me, that's what I collect.
That is a ship. It is a ship.
Yep. I saw the ship in the background.
Anywho.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Very nice.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff. That's a great thing about this hobby. You guys, you can collect whatever you like.
That is exactly it. Everybody goes, this has no value, that has no value. Well, that's in the eyes of the beholder.
That's right.
It is. And
everything has value if you want to collect it.
This is why this hobby's cool, right? I mean, look at the people in chat. We got salvagers, we got scrappers, we got metal pourers, we got metal detectors, we got numismatists, you've got stackers, you got stack collectors. You got people who've been around and been in the hobby for years. You got people who are fairly new, but we all come together and talk about this stuff. Where else could you kind of do this? I mean, there's gaming and stuff like that you can do, but really bringing all walks of life together under one umbrella to talk in a common thing. I just think it's awesome. Such a fun community. I really enjoy.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's people like Ray, and
Yeah,
But Paula, did I ever
troublemakers.
tell you why Ray and I are friends? Did I ever tell you the story behind that?
No, I have a feeling you're going to, though.
Yeah, well, my
I
mom
can tell
told
you
me
why
to.
him and I are friends because he won't leave me alone. That's why him and I are
Well,
friends.
my mom told me to be nice to handicapped kids. So,
Oh, jeez. Ouch.
just kidding, Ray. Actually, I'm not. But anyway, no.
Oh, Ray.
But again, was talking with a couple
I
people,
love my
like,
shark's tooth that he sold me. I like that thing.
right? Like,
Oh, you got one of those?
I did.
what is it?
Hmm.
The shark's
The
tooth.
big,
Oh, the
big
megalodon.
monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have his first megalodon, his first copy, or his first copper one.
Yeah, they just busted a whole bunch of people. There's an area around my house where you can like dig in the backyard and find huge megalodon teeth. And they just busted like a half dozen people going through private property doing it.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
And so now all of a sudden all the laws are going to change here about megalodon teeth.
So what happens in that situation where people already have them? How do you do it to where you don't get in trouble for having something?
You don't get in trouble. When they made the new spring training facility for the Atlanta Braves, they literally found thousands of them. And I can remember going to the pizza place and them coming in and they come, yeah, anybody want to buy one for $500? And they were huge. They were the size of my hand. And finally, at the end, after about a year, they would come in with them and they'd say, anybody want a megalodon tooth? And everybody would say, no, we all got one already. So, yeah, they found so many of them. They even said the museums don't want them. They're full. But now getting them out of the ground now, if you don't own or have express permission to be there to get them out, you will get in big trouble now. So,
yeah. So I have the same issue.
On the property.
I have the same issue with a ivory piece that I have, but mine is different. Like I have to have documentation that I received this thing well before the item. So I had to have it registered. I had to show the fact that it was provided to me long before. So I had to actually go through a lot of stuff in order to show that mine's been in my family, been in the U.S. because you can't import.
A friend of mine had a sea turtle, a taxidermied sea turtle, and he had to actually get proof because it was dated on it.
Yeah.
That because they're an endangered species and you can't have them, so he had to have proof that it was done before that.
Wow.
Because the fines are hefty, 50 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. So that was one of the big things when I was in the Navy in Hawaii. They were pushing because you different parts you would have. Well, you have Turtle Bay, and Turtle Bay, the sea turtles would come up and they would lay their eggs, and do all of that stuff, and it was always protected. They had guards watching that area. Paula, when you were were you ever at Hickam?
No, I was never in Hickam.
So at the back end of Hickam, there where the officers area was, there was a club, the O Club there, and it was back, and it basically butted up right next to where Turtle Bay was. Turtle Bay's on the other side of the harbor from where that area is on Hickam. But you could sit out there and you could watch, and on a full moon, they would have people all lined up against this nice runway, this walkway in the back area. Absolutely gorgeous. And they'd be watching in the moonlight the turtles walk up onto the beach. But they would have armed sentries, make sure people weren't messing with the turtles, and they had both military and civilian police officers. Yeah, it's nuts, but really cool. You got
now. Where is Hickam? Where is Hickam in relation to Kaneohe Bay?
Okay, so Hickam is it butts right next to Pearl Harbor.
Okay, and then Kaneohe Bay is like 30 miles away, right?
It's on the opposite side. Yeah.
My son was there for 8 years.
Yeah, so Connie always leeward. This is windward.
Rough. That must have been rough.
He loved it. As a matter of fact, he said that that's the only deployment that he's had that he would go back if they asked him to.
Wrong one.
Yeah.
So Paula,
he says they never ask you once you've been into Hawaii. Once you leave, they very rarely do you get to go back.
Wow.
Paula, I just got mine in.
Did you?
The replacement.
A lot of people got them. A lot of people got them and had no clue why they got them.
Yep. I just got mine in. I have it sitting with my other set.
So these are the replacements. Bessie Coleman. They're saying that's an actual picture of Bessie Coleman, but if you look at pictures of Bessie Coleman, Google pictures, that don't look nothing like her. That's Bessie Coleman. These are not.
Probably your graduation picture, and it's been reworked.
I don't know. Nose shape, everything is different, but they screwed up. That's what they get for trying to get the cheapest distribution center to work for them. They got a cheap contract, and this is what happens.
Well, but this isn't the first time they've done this. They've had to issue a number of those over the last few years.
Well, I also got a replacement COA for one of my medals because they called it a coin on the COA.
Was that it wasn't the Air Force one, was it?
No, it is the. Hang on.
You decided going against purchasing the Air Force coin because they screwed up the core values.
I did. I don't know.
So I'm going to do something. I have something here I'm going to give away. If you're military, you have a little bit of an advantage. So if it's my military person, I've got an Indian head scent I'm going to send you. If it's non-military that comes up with the answer, I'm going to send you something a little bit nicer. But in all four services in the core values, what is number one across the board? What is the first one? Now they say something a little bit different, but they all contain one key word. If somebody can put that in, don't, huh? Coach, there you go. Integrity. Okay, Coach, send me an email. I got something for you. All of the services, integrity is always first, because without integrity, right? Honor me is integrity, right? Honor, courage, commitment, right? Integrity first. Those are those core values. Because without integrity, everything else is not. It doesn't mean
just
anything.
Doing the right thing, even when nobody's watching.
That's exactly what it is. Honor's the same way. You want to be an honorable person, you do what's right. You know, and it's not a thing about morality, right? Integrity and morality are different things. So yeah, Coach, send me an email. I got something I'm going to send you.
God, I haven't bought anything from the U.S. Mint in years.
I got something from the U.S. Mint, but I have turned myself off.
Liberty Medal. That's right. That's right, Farm Dog. It was the Liberty Medal. They called it a coin. That's right. Yep.
Very nice. But yeah, send me an email, Coach. I got something for you.
But yeah. Did anybody get one of these?
Did anybody who?
I can show that. Anybody who? Kobe Woody? I think I showed this. Did I show this to you?
Hold on just a second. Let me get there and do this. Wrong one. Dagnabbit. I'm going to eventually figure this out. I've got to figure out the buttons for this. International what? Okay. Oh, you got it in.
Oh, I did. Listen, the Royal Mint, they don't mess around. I ordered it. It shipped out the next day. Adam got his in like 2 days. Mine got stuck in customs in LA.
Mine are
Adam-
still on the way.
Adam ordered his after me, and his COA, his number on his COA is 4.
Lucky bugger.
4. Adam is so lucky. This is my number. Adam got 4. I got 2,970.
Yeah,
But
having anything in that first 10 is going to be
listen,
massive
look at this
bonus.
thing. This box is amazing. I mean, it is nice. The coin, amazing.
You going to grade it?
Absolutely not.
I'm just kidding. It's upside down.
Well, for ours, it would be. This is the Britannia. So this is our Liberty, and this is Britannia.
Hey, Ray, no
Stunning.
wisecracks.
They're beautiful. They are beautiful.
It's very well done.
So, yeah, really, really pretty.
And the
Wah, wah. No,
Well, you know
actually, of
what?
all the portraits,
it's
of
a
all the
much
portraits
better
I've
one than the
seen,
other ones.
it is a much better
Way
one. Of all the
better.
portraits I've seen, it's much better.
Yeah, way better. His ear is about a third of the size of what it has been on some of the other ones. It doesn't take up the entire middle of the coin.
Yeah. I mean, he's an old feller, you know.
Yeah, but still, it's a much better representation of. I think that's gonna be one that I see increasing in value down the road.
Yeah, I really like it. I do. I really like it.
That's a
I'm
good
very
looking
happy.
piece.
Yeah. Pretty. Very pretty. And their presentation is amazing. And when we get the one from the US, it'll be in a cardboard box.
Yeah,
That's
in a
just
plastic little piece of
Yeah.
envelope, like.
Yeah, it'll be crap. It'll be falling out of the capsule.
The crapsule? Is that what you
The
said?
crapsule. The crapsule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Royal Mint. Well done. Shipping, ordering, everything was super easy. I know some people had problems ordering them because they were ordering from overseas, so their card
The
kicked
credit
back.
card thing was an issue.
Yeah.
And then the site resets after like 20 seconds or 30 seconds. So if your email is any slow the least bit, you got to start over again.
Yeah. But very happy. Happy. Okay. Bye. Get out of here. I did my nails just for you, Kraken. Just for you. My talons.
Very cool. All right, folks. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping stuff up. Thank you for being here, Paula. I appreciate you being here.
Hey, thanks for having me again. Eric, have a great weekend. Love you guys.
You guys too. I'll see y'all soon.
Eric, so tell me what we're doing as far as what you got going on today.
I got 2 reveals today, a 54D at 1 and a 44P at 2.
And
Maybe
those are
2:30.
Eastern time.
Yes.
Okay. So keep an eye out. Go check out that show.
If you're interested in seeing somebody search a roll of pennies, come on by.
Yep. A lot of fun. Again, just to kind of go through and say thank you. Just go through real quick. We had See Happy Chappy, Planchet member. Thanks for being a member. Eric donated 5 gift memberships. We had Ladybug Stacker who came in. We had Tooley drop a $10 super chat and dethroned me as the stream boss. See Happy Chappy came in, took a big old chunk out of Tooley. And then me came in and gifted 10 more memberships. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support, you all. Be well, be blessed. If you'll do me a favor, I've got the stuff set up. I'm not sure it's going to take me to Wheels because I had a problem getting that set up ahead of time. Trying to adjust it now, it won't let me adjust it. So if I can get one of my mods to put in Will's Treasures link, we'll go ahead and throw that in. We're going to be jumping onto the Premier train. Kane Friday, 3 months. Rock on. Look at that. Boom. Takes a hit. Again, if you guys are members and you want to try to dethrone whomever's there, just throw up your free membership. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to do something. I'm going to go ahead and gift 5 additional members some stuff just as a thank you. I appreciate you guys coming in and supporting. So Dennis Stewart, Joseph Lopez, fill up the board. Flying Dutchman and Rag City Parts just got memberships from me. Y'all be well, be blessed. Thank you so much. Me just took another one. Me's been a member. Me's been a great supporting member of my channel. Mod, just a general good guy. We do a lot of trading back and forth. So Me, I appreciate you, brother. I really do. You mean a lot to me as a friend. So thanks so much. Tiger's not here, but Tiger Stacker, thank you so much. The 5-ounce Libertad yesterday was just, I was beside myself. It was actually awesome of you. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all, Rockzilla, boom, 4 months. Great stream. Thank you. See, we're taking a chunk out of Thule. You guys keep throwing that in there. We might be able to dethrone her before it's time. Ringmaster Ray just threw in chat the Will's Treasure. This is the start of the Premier Train. I'm going to be doing an unboxing. Go check that one out today. I'm thinking about starting another series on coins to be throwing in there, and so we'll check that out here in just a little bit. You guys keep hammering away at Thule. Somebody's going to dethrone her. We might even get this done before the stream. UCI, man, I appreciate you. This is a new lady to our hobby who's come in with a vengeance, wanting to learn, wanting to grow, really has come in. Thank you so much for being a member. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting. Appreciate you. I actually made her a mod because she comes in. And y'all be well, be blessed. Take care. We'll see you in the streams. Look at that. Me gifted 30 times. He's the gifting champion. So, all right, y'all. Be well, be blessed. Take care of yourselves. I hope you're well. Stay safe. And again, if you're hurting or you're in need, we're here for you in the community. But if you don't want to come to one of us because of fear of the way you might think people think of you, 988 is an option. Okay? It's free. They're there to help you. That's what they're there for. And if you're struggling and you just need somebody, 988. Okay? Y'all take care. Be well. Be best. Love you. And you know what? I will see you.